The Dodgers are getting so many players nowadays. It doesn't matter who they get at this point. People will freak out. Chaos will ensue. Now, what Roki Sasaki proved to everyone, though, was it's not about the money. I mean, I already knew that. A lot of people already knew that. But if anyone thought the Dodgers were just buying their players, along came Roki Sasaki, a man who could only get international bonus pool money to join a team. So if you're an international player before the age of 25, every team for the most part really has the same chance to get you financially. It's less about the money, more so about how comfortable the player feels, how confident he is that the team can develop him well, stuff like that. So nobody can just throw the most money and get him. Yet the Dodgers still ended up with him seemingly pretty easy, and because of that, it's been largely believed the whole thing was fixed, that Roki Sasaki was always going to be a Dodger from the start. By fans and other teams are saying that. Well, is that true? Was this thing rigged? Really quick, as always, if you're part of the 53% of viewers not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button if you enjoy the videos, as right when Roki Sasaki officially chose the Dodgers, just like when Snell joined them, just like when Teoscar went back with them, just like when Tanner Scott signed with them, people freaked out, thinking it was all rigged at this point, and the Dodgers probably even had a previous under-the-table handshake agreement, which would have been illegal to do. And this is actually something people were speculating far before he chose the Dodgers. Over the last, year, people have been thinking something fishy was going on and that Sasaki was inevitably a Dodger. It's been reported that there were several front offices that believed there was a pre-cut deal between the Dodgers and Roki Sasaki before the process even started. Former big league pitcher Dallas Keuchel, Cy Young Award winner Dallas Keuchel, played with Sasaki in Japan last season and even said himself he heard some rumblings about a done deal with the Dodgers, that they had a plan for him. The Dodgers had more money remaining in their 2024 international bonus pool than any other team in baseball as of late October, still having $2.5 million of bonus pool money remaining, while the next three closest teams had $1 million. So that made teams suspicious, thinking the Dodgers were doing this to be ready, knowing Sasaki would be getting posted so they could have a financial advantage. I mean, people were so invested in them having more bonus pool money than anyone else and what it potentially meant for Sasaki that a reporter asked Dodgers president of baseball operations Andrew Friedman about it in a news conference during the World Series. The reporter seemed to be asking on behalf of other general managers. Friedman couldn't believe he was being asked about it during the World Series. The whole thing was pretty funny. Watch.
Looking ahead, you guys have a little over $2.5 million left open in the international signing bonus pool allocation. Have you kept that open for...
Are you serious right now?
Yes.
That's really the question?
Well,
Interesting.
we hear from a lot of other GMs wondering.
This is the World Series, Ron. This is outrageous. You want to talk about our hitting philosophy and the player development? Seriously, this is not appropriate for right now. Thank you. Who else?
We'll go to Tyler.
That's outrageous.
We'll go to Tyler. Ron,
That's
to your
crazy.
left.
Little did anyone know, Major League Baseball had actually already looked into this situation before the process even began. They were already on it. According to a league official, MLB conducted an investigation before authorizing Sasaki's posting to, quote, ensure the protocol agreement had been followed. Another anonymous person involved, who had to be anonymous because he apparently wasn't authorized to speak publicly, said the league interviewed numerous parties in its probe but found no evidence to substantiate the rumors that it was rigged. Well, the Dodgers having more international money left in 2024 ended up not mattering because Sasaki and his agent ended up waiting until the 2025 international signing period to pick a team, which gives all 30 teams back to an equal financial playing ground. But in the end, none of that ended up mattering either because it wasn't about the money. It never was. I mean, just in general, when you're talking the difference of a few $1,000,000 for a baseball player just starting out his career, it's more about what team can help you become the best you can possibly become, which is where the real big money then comes in. Unless Sasaki waited until he was 25, like Yamamoto, his new teammate, and then he could get some $300+ million contract. But Sasaki just wanted to come to Major League Baseball ASAP, to start developing as well as he can in the highest level possible as quickly as possible, even if he's risking leaving a lot of money on the table. So that shows it's not about the money and then not on the benefits of each team. So what if you get a couple more $1 million to play for a shitty team? Why not take a couple million less to play with a better team? A better team that also gives you a better chance to reach your full potential. And that's exactly what happened. Not that the Padres are a shitty team, but they're definitely going through a lot of turmoil right now, and Sasaki ended up turning down $10 million from the Padres to join the Dodgers for $6.5 million. So he signs with the Dodgers. Andrew Friedman goes up at the press conference and says he and other scouts started scouting Sasaki 6 years ago, all the way back when he was in high school, which, wait a minute, Andrew, you might need to have a chat.
I need you to have a seat right over there. Come on. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Now, for Friedman to say that definitely doesn't help many people feel better about this thing not being rigged, about there not being a different kind of grooming going on, if you know what I mean. But no, I mean, teams are obviously allowed to scout players. It's not like the Dodgers were the only team aware of Sasaki's existence, especially the last 3+ years. You can't really hide the talent he's shown in Japan. But here's the deal. At the end of the day, Roki Sasaki isn't being held at gunpoint, and that hasn't been the case throughout any part of this process. Even if Friedman had built somewhat of a relationship with Sasaki the last couple years leading up to now, that's smart of him to do. Every front office should be wanting to get ahead of stuff like this and build relationships with players they feel can be great someday in the big leagues. There's not really too much of a way to cheat when it comes to bringing in a player, because part of bringing in a player is also the willingness of the player to join you. I don't know, unless Andrew Friedman is secretly a Sith Lord or something and has been mind tricking Sasaki all this time. Yeah, okay, maybe that's cheating. But until that comes out as the case, I mean, it's as simple as Roki Sasaki willingly choosing the Dodgers and seeing them as his best fit, which, I mean, hello, it doesn't take any sort of brain power to see why that's the case. It'd be more investigation worthy if the Pirates or Rockies somehow were able to get a ton of players. Like, okay, yeah, something fishy might be going on there. What's in the water? What do these players know that we don't? But with the Dodgers, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Ohtani and Yamamoto signings over a year ago solidified Sasaki's decision. I still believe there was a slight chance and that he was open to maybe joining another team, but in the end, why not join the Dodgers? They win more than anyone, they've proven to be the best at developing their players, and they already have 2 Japanese stars who can help you adjust to living in America more comfortably. Like, yeah, no shit he chose them. But even after the signing, according to reporter Buster Only, other teams are still upset and believe the whole thing was fixed, that there was an agreement behind the scenes. He also said this, quote, "They were mad with how it played out. The teams going through this process were asked to give information to Sasaki on what they would suggest to improve his fastball. They handed that information over, and now it's proprietary information that's in the hands of the pitcher and the Dodgers. A lot of it made teams mad." Not ideal for those teams, obviously, but what, should the league force him to sign with the Pirates or Rockies? Like, no. I probably sound like I know I sound like a broken record at this point to a lot of you with what I'm about to say, but the Dodgers shouldn't be punished for being the best and more advanced than any other team with what they've done and been able to build over the last 12 years. You don't like it as another general manager? Tough shit. Life's not fair. Do your job. What the Dodgers have built isn't easy, but they've done it. Don't fault them because they're better than you and have built such a good situation to the point where everyone wants to play for them and be willing to turn down less money to do so. The league already investigated the Dodgers, found nothing, but regardless, it just seems like, I don't know, like parents not wanting their daughter to date the guy she likes. In the end, it doesn't really matter what you say, because if she really wants to be with him, she'll be with him and he'll take her. There's only so much you can do to prevent players from wanting to join a team. One of those extreme things being introducing a salary cap or having some system like the NBA where it's way more restricted, which I find dumb. Players should sign wherever they please. And I know the Pirates and Rockies keep catching strays in a video that's not even about them, but I don't care. I'm going to mention them again. If teams like the Pirates and Rockies want these players, I don't know, build a more attractive destination. Easier said than done, but that's the point. The Dodgers haven't rigged anything. They've accomplished a lot and have earned the ability to have so many great players want to play for them. The Pirates and Rockies haven't, so get to work. Let me know your thoughts and thank you for watching.